The departure board flickered, chimed once, and changed from on time to final call, and in that exact moment, Hannah Miller felt her entire future balancing on a single choice. Her boarding pass was clenched in her hand, her carry-on already rolling behind her, when she saw the old man stumble near the gate entrance, his knees buckling as the crowd rushed past him like water around a stone. No one stopped, no one even slowed down, and Hannah knew, deep in her chest, that if she kept walking, she would never forgive herself. Hannah was not important by the world's standards. She was 32, lived in a small town in Ohio, worked as a hotel laundry supervisor, and saved every spare dollar in a chipped blue jar labeled Hope. That flight was supposed to change everything. It was taking her to Seattle for a once-in-a-lifetime interview, a quiet miracle after years of rejection emails and closed doors. Missing it meant starting over, again, but as she looked at the old man on the floor, confusion clouding his pale eyes, something stronger than ambition took hold. If you believe in the kindness quest and in second chances that come from doing the right thing when no one is watching, please take a moment right now to like this video, comment, share it with someone who still believes in compassion, and subscribe to the channel. Stories like this remind us who we really are. Hannah knelt beside the man, without hesitation. He was shaking, his breathing shallow, his coat thin for the winter chill creeping through the terminal doors. His boarding pass had fallen from his hand, crumpled and damp with sweat. She helped him sit upright, flagged down airport staff, and stayed with him while they called medical assistance. All the while, the gate announcement echoed again, sharper this time, warning passengers the door would close. Hannah didn't look back. She held the man's hand instead, whispering calm words, offering water, grounding him in the moment. By the time paramedics arrived, the gate had closed. Her phone buzzed with a final boarding notification, then went silent. The opportunity she had waited years for vanished in a soft electronic chime. Hannah felt the sting then, sharp and unavoidable, but she swallowed it. The old man squeezed her hand weakly, tears sliding down his weathered face, and nodded with gratitude too deep for words. She stayed until he was safely escorted to the airport clinic, until her role was no longer needed. Only when she walked away did the weight of what she'd done settle fully on her shoulders. She sat on a plastic chair near the baggage claim, staring at the floor, fighting tears. She had done the right thing, she told herself. But righteousness did not pay rent. It did not reopen closed gates. Faith had always guided her life, but that day it felt painfully expensive. Hannah returned home defeated but composed, telling her mother she had missed a flight because of something important. She didn't explain further. Days turned into weeks. The job offered one to someone else. Her savings dwindled. At work, machines broke down, hours were cut, and management announced layoffs. Hannah prayed more than she had in years, not with anger, but with exhaustion. She asked God why kindness always seemed to cost more than cruelty. One rainy afternoon, nearly a month later, Hannah was called into her manager's office. She expected bad news. Instead, a stranger sat across from her, a sharply dressed woman with calm eyes and a leather folder on her lap. Hannah's name was spoken carefully, as if being measured. She was told someone had requested to meet her. No explanation was given. The woman introduced herself as part of a private executive team and explained that an incident at the airport had been reported through internal channels, security footage, medical logs, witness statements, an old man collapsing, a young woman missing her flight, staying, helping, refusing to leave. Hannah felt heat rush to her face. She insisted she hadn't done anything special. The woman smiled gently and said that was exactly why the incident mattered. The old man Hannah had helped with Samuel Whitmore, a quiet billionaire, and founder of Whitmore Air, one of the largest privately owned airline groups in the United States. He was known internally as a man who rarely spoke and watched everything. That day at the airport, he had been testing his own health limits, flying alone without staff, wanting to see the world the way ordinary people experienced it. His collapse had been serious. Doctors later confirmed that if he had been ignored much longer, the outcome could have been fatal. Samuel remembered one thing clearly from that day. Not the pain, not the chaos, but the face of a woman who chose him over herself. Hannah sat in stunned silence as the woman explained that Samuel had asked one question after recovering: who missed her flight for me? It had taken weeks to track her down. He had watched the footage repeatedly, not out of curiosity, but conviction. In a world obsessed with profit margins and efficiency, Hannah's choice disturbed him in the best possible way. Days later, Hannah found herself on a plane again, this time in first class, hands shaking, heart racing. Not as a passenger chasing opportunity, but as a guest being invited into a future she never imagined. Samuel Whitmore met her privately, not as a powerful executive, but as an old man grateful to still be alive. He listened as Hannah spoke about her life, her faith, her disappointments, and her belief that kindness mattered even when it hurt. Samuel offered her more than compensation. He offered her purpose. Hannah was invited to join a newly formed foundation within Whitmore Air, focused on passenger care, employee dignity, and crisis response, built around one principle: no one should ever feel invisible. Her role was not symbolic. She helped design training programs, compassion protocols, and emergency response guidelines that prioritize humanity alongside efficiency. Her missed flight became the cornerstone story told to thousands of employees across the country. But the greatest change wasn't the career, the salary, or the recognition. It was what Hannah saw happen around her. Flight attendants empowered to stop and help without fear of punishment. Passengers noticing each other. A culture slowly reshaped by one quiet act of kindness. If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you that doing the right thing still matters, even when it costs you, please like this video, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to the channel so more stories like this can reach the world. Just before the ending, we have a special request for you. Comment below and write kindness first, if you believe small choices can change destinies. Years later, Hannah still carried a worn boarding pass in her wallet, the one she never used. Not as a reminder of loss, but as proof that sometimes the flight you miss is the one that takes you exactly where you were meant to go.